So bringing it back home, finally made it back to New York after a long drive. Znationals is just a great place. I don't regret a single second of it. It was awesome. It all, let's see, the drive was a pain in the ass, of course, but and I went through a lot of gas. Go figure. But let me break it all down for you. The night I arrived, I came to the hotel. I saw a parking lot like packed, and I mean packed with trucks with trailers and Z's on them and GTRs. In fact, there was even some R32s, which was really cool. And like, man, they made mine look like shit. But people don't judge by what your car looks like, I mean, unless your stance to screw that stuff. But like, I was a little nervous at first because like I had like, it looks like from what I saw, I had like the dirtiest looking car there. I guess dirty is the way I could put it. But I went to the registration desk and I just had them check out my car. Like, everything was good, and they were just happy to see me. It didn't matter what I like drove. They were just happy. Next day I woke up. Then I just went down, made sure my car was all warmed up nicely and good to go for the drive. There was like a 30-minute drive over to Road Atlanta. That was actually my favorite part. So I just got my car all ready. I got some food. Little heads up. Make sure like you have a sandwich ready to eat. Like, cause it's early in the morning. Nothing's gonna be open because you wake up at 4 or 4:30. Get ready to go head out at 5:30. And you know, nothing is open for breakfast. Make sure you have a sandwich, or I'm sure someone has something going on. So then, let's see. Then we drove out. I think this was one of my most favorite parts. It was just like an army of Z's and G's, man. Like, we owned the streets because there was barely anything else out. And, well, we had the freedom of the highway, so go figure. We were just in a single file line. We're just going, man. I loved it. It was just the time of my life. I just grew more and more confident because my car just blended in with theirs. It was terrific, man. Although I did notice that almost everyone had a single exit exhaust. I'm more of a dual kind of guy, but what can I say? Due to New York laws, I gotta have mine in quiet. Plus, I'm going for a twin turbo setup in the future sometime. I don't know when. So the dual exhaust would help that. So we make it to the track. It's early in the morning. It's still dark. Like, there's like, it's like all you can see. The only light you have is like the headlights, and a few guys had like big trailers that looked like campsites, so they had lights with them. So like, it all started, I'd say maybe 7:30. Like, everyone went over to the podium to, you know the rules, get to meet the people, meet their instructors. The instructors, of course, they are very nice, very, very friendly. And pretty much the instructors ride with you, of course, until you get their permission to ride alone if you want to. Frankly, I don't mind the company. It helps out. It was my first ever track day. I mean, I did pretty good. I need some work on some things, and to shift more. I was in third gear for every single part except for the long ass straight. But at the end, I just liked it because he always gave me some pointers too, and there was always something, you know, maybe that would help out in the future. But then afterwards, we just went over to like the classroom in the tower, just to learn the track, like last minute pointers, which really you learn stuff from on the track. So from there, we went back to our cars, did some final minute like inspections, made sure everything was good to go. Tire pressure was perfect, fluids were ready, car was in one piece. Yeah, there was a few people that like came off the track. One of them, I feel sorry for this guy. His 370Z, like on the downhill turn 12, he hit the barrier. I hope that guy's okay, and I hope like his 370 makes a good clean recovery. But it was there for the rest of the day. I don't know why. Maybe it was just a heads up, guys, be careful. But they're big on safety. So afterwards, we just meet up. I just met up with the instructor. Turns out, like, a lot of people I met, some of them like have some military background from back in the day. I'm a Navy reservist. There was a few Army guys. One of my new friends is what used to be in the Army. The instructor used to be in the Army. He was also a pilot instructor. This guy, these guys are so cool. So we get onto I was so nervous getting on the track, but like then I don't know if it was the Forza Motorsport instinct kicking in or my driver spirit, because I have a lot of back roads back at home, because they're quiet back roads, like there's never any traffic there. So I figure there's a few turns I just practice some lines on. Mind you, there are at times when it's quiet. Don't worry, I'm not that reckless. But yeah, I just started to learn my car too. I realized like I need some stiffer suspension. TN S-Tech springs won't cut it. I was rolling. I've never rolled in my car before. Like, I've never tilted that much. And I realized some, what's it called? Nexen Enfair. I can never get the Nexen part, but Enfair tires, they are great. I got them with my 370 Sport rims for my 2007 350Z. It used to be Grand Touring, but I guess I downgraded it to Touring when I changed out some brakes and reduced the weight with putting in cloth seats, cloth OEM. So yeah, I was on the track. Also, there was a pre-existing condition, and my rotor was a tiny bit warped, but no, I mean it was still good. I'm not stupid. I broke early, lightly. Like, because I remember I had to drive home in my car too, 1,000 miles. There's a guy from Austin, Texas too, man. Like, he was 1,006 miles. He beat me by a few miles in the furthest distance driven in your car. Trailers don't count. Truck and trailer doesn't count. Well, I mean, away it counts, but but yeah, like I made a lot of friends that day. Like then, like I was made friends with the other instructors too. We all went to lunch at a local chicken finger place. Great food, by the way. And they give you a lot. New York doesn't give you shit, man, unless you pay out like $15. But yeah, that was great. So we're wrapping up. Like, I think my best run was maybe my third run, and there's 5 runs. I skipped the fourth because I noticed there was like a scraping noise in one of my wheels or something. It was just the rotor getting warped or something. It hasn't done it since, but I'm gonna replace the rotors anyways just to be safe. I'm gonna go buy some Z1 there's a brake kit. It's the smaller version of the big brake kit. The economic choice, I guess you could call it. But yeah, I'm gonna upgrade the brakes like soon. But yeah, we were just going around wrapping up the day. I just took it easy on the 5th and final run, you know, just so I can like do more practice on the racing line. It was pretty good though. I liked it. It was a really good experience. And my instructor said I would get addicted. Everyone gets addicted. He was right, man. If there's one thing you want to get addicted to, it's track days, man. It beats any other addiction like cigarettes or drugs or whatever the hell people get addicted to these days. Me, I'm a booze guy. But yeah, track day was a great experience. You'll have a lot of fun. The number 2 things: 1, stay safe; 2, have fun. That's what it all comes down to. We all just want to gather to have a good time. So pretty much, yeah, that just went on. So we all just, me and my buddy Mike, just drove back to the hotel. We were beat by the time we were gonna go like around 7 down to have some dinner. Like me, him, and his girlfriend. Like I texted him. His girlfriend was getting some sleep. Me and him, we passed out, man. I was gonna go down, but I just skipped dinner, and apparently everyone was out there like all the way to like maybe 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Like The party was going on, man. It's too bad I missed it, but I just passed out. Track day is like, mentally you're exhausted. You don't notice it till like later, but because you're in the zone. But you get exhausted. I think the track day, aside from the convoys, like lines of Z's on the road, was probably the best part. So yeah, that's how it was. Like, I loved it too. Like, if you're wearing a Z shirt or a Z shirt is G shirt, Nissan shirt. If you're wearing like one of those lanyards they give you, like, well, you'll know that that's one of the group, and everyone, they don't, even if they don't know you, they will say hi. If you're in a Z on the road, it happened to me a few times. You wave, man. It was awesome. I loved it. They will always wave, like, cause you're kind of like family. I loved it. It's more of a when you go to enough times, it's more like a gathering, seeing the same old people. So I'm hoping like people see that, other people see this, and they're encouraged to go, because people go a far distance just to come, and it's a fun time. And I hear Z Days is even better. I hope maybe sometime in the future I can get to it. I'll have to see how my schedule is and what's going on by then. Between the military reservist life, college life, and work. Well, screw work. So I just passed out, man. I woke up at 11 just to go get my camera, because I needed to charge it over at the, like, I had to be ready for the next day. I had a GoPro and this camera here, Sony M50U, I think. That was my recording equipment. I did a few angles with the GoPro, a helmet cam. Well, it was more of a chin cam. I don't know how good that came out. But also the instructor's car, my instructor's car, it was a GT3ified Lotus. It was amazing, man. I rode in the passenger seat, because you're allowed to ride in instructors' cars when it's their turn to go. It was amazing, man. Like, that thing was fast. The braking ability was amazing. Like, he broke at the last second on the straight line down the hill. Like, I think, what was the signs? There was a 100-yard sign, a 200-yard sign. He was in the middle of those. That's when he broke, like, perfect. It was amazing. Those tires are grippy. That car was amazing, man. Right, yeah. Lotus, the instructors, they may not be from Znationals themselves. They may just be like instructors that go around. Because I saw Vipers and Corvettes there too. There's a lot of Nissans, Infinitis, but there was a few Vipers, and there was a Viper ACR. I think it was 2008. Yeah, 2008. It was great, and like, that's one of my favorite cars besides the Ferrari 458 Spider and McLaren P1, and of course, who can forget 350Z? Woo! But the car was amazing. It was unbelievable. But it didn't have the straight lines, because it was a Lotus. They're good. They're perfect for everything but straight lines. Oh yeah, there was a Civic there too. Backstory: the guy, he had his 370Z ready, but there was like some issues that came up, but he was still dedicated, man. And I love the dedication. Like, he came with his Honda Civic 2008, like, automatic. It doesn't matter about the car. It's about it just shows about the spirit, man. He was a pretty cool dude too. I made friends with him. We chilled, like, after the banquet. Actually got an interview from him, or I interviewed him for school project. Go figure. It was vacation and also work. But yeah, man. It doesn't matter if he brought the Honda. It's the dedication and the spirit that counts. It was actually pretty cool, man, because the rap was Nissan and Nismo on the Honda. People may say, boo, a racer, but I mean, we may talk jokes and stuff, but I thought that was pretty cool. It was really cool. Automatic though on a track, that's gotta be hard. I mean, because I don't really look at Hondas that much, but unless it has like a Shiftronics. Well, actually, my first car was Acura back in 2000, but If it has Shiftronics, maybe it has an edge, but otherwise, it'd be a pain, like with it shifting for you. But still, it was cool seeing a Honda there too. It wasn't riced out or anything. It was pretty much a normal looking Honda, which was cool. Cause I mean, except for the decals, that's the only modification that I saw. I didn't look too in depth into it, but yeah, it was still cool seeing that. So, woke up the next day a little later than because it was pretty early. Like I woke up at 4, like for that track day. So yeah, another con. I got ready, packed my stuff up because I only stayed for 2 nights to save some money, and I wanted to get back home, you know, in time for class the next day. So I just packed my stuff up, got the car ready. I entered my car in the car show. I mean, it's scratched up and dinged, but who the fuck cares? You're there to have a good time. That's something that some people get competitive. Like, I was there just to have a good time, and I did have a good time. Like, I know my car was scratched up, but it's the spirit that counts. They came all the way from New York, and it's a trooper, man. It's a trooper. It made it. It's a strong car. I'm proud of that thing. I'm proud of her. Sayo did good. Sayo did really good. Yes, I named her Sayo, but it's a good time. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, right. I was getting packed and ready. I think I got up before like most of the people, and as usual, because I'm an early rise kind of guy, sort of, unless I'm being lazy. Actually, there were a few people that were awake for me, but I was one of the early participants because I pre-registered. So me and a few of the guys already headed out. I fucking one of my favorite parts was just going with the groups of Z's because we owned the road. So basically, yeah, the second day started out. We were heading out to Coolray Field. Yeah, Coolray Field. It was also a baseball thing. This is also there was a baseball game going on. All of this, even our thing, we were sending in some money to help with what was it, cancer awareness or something. I don't remember. I don't remember that, but yeah, I bought a few tickets for the award giveaways because I wanted to help out the cause, and I really wanted those parts. Didn't win any, but it's okay. The money goes to them, so it helps out. Yeah. So we arrived and we were just waiting in lines just so that our cars get lined up. I actually was a judge, and I volunteered. Like, so as a thanks, they gave me a $20 or $40. I don't know. I'm still waiting on the email. They took the picture of my badge and everything, so they know. A $40 like rebate for Z1 Motorsports, which is where I buy some of my parts. Funny story. The only reason I found out about Znationals was because I needed some spacers for my 370 Sport rims on my 350Z, especially the front. Mainly because my car was lowered, so the arm was down a bit more. So I definitely needed some spacers. So I got some for the front and the back. Well, back I didn't need them, but just because I like it staggered. So that's I got a postcard that came with it, a card, and it just showed me all the information. I checked it out. I'm like, Road Atlanta, are you shitting me? So that instantly sold it. Besides the that and the car meet, but Road Atlanta was the big seller for me because I really wanted to take the. Actually, do I have it on? Yeah, Road Atlanta. I really wanted to take my car onto a track, and Road Atlanta is one of my favorite tracks from Forza Motorsport. It was awesome. So yeah, we lined up. We got our cars in position in the parking lot out back. It was a big parking lot. Also, clubs from other local Z clubs also showed up, which was pretty cool. The guy in charge of Tomei, like they do exhaust systems and I think differentials. The guy came all the way from Japan, and came to Znationals. It was pretty cool. There was also some sponsors, of course. We got to check out some new Infinities. Not the boring ones, the cool ones, man. The Q60, Q50, the 2.0 turbo, 3.0 turbo. I think I saw. I don't focus on Infinities that much. Like, I'm more of a sports car guy and a supercar guy. I saw a nice 2017 GTR there. I don't know if it was a Nismo or not, though. It was an orange one, so pretty much the one that people have seen. Conyers Nissan was there. There was another sponsor. Exetti was there. There was actually a few giveaways. There were clutches, and I don't need one because I just got a Stage 3 like a few months ago, so I'm good. As well as a flywheel, Fidanza. Let's see. Who else was there? State Farm was there. Not sure why, but I guess insurance. You know, if you want State Farm insurance. I didn't check out much of the boots. Oh, Boostain was there. If anyone's a boosted guy, you're gonna know who they are. Anyone like me? No, not really. I don't know what the hell they are. I think they're just fuel additive guys or something. I don't know. Maybe when I get the boost. When? Okay, if I get the boost, then we'll see. Yeah, so we got ready. We got our cars all nice and shiny. I tried to get mine shiny. There was a lot of nice cars there. It made me want to get a black 370Z and get a carbon fiber hood for it. But one of the aftermarket front bumpers. But I gotta stick with my 350Z, man. I put a lot of money into that. Well, not much to others, but to me, as a college student, yes, a lot of money. Like, what was that? 3,000, 4,000. I fixed up the HR oil pressure issue, fixed that up. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with my 350Z. Maybe turn that into a daily track car. Well, until I get a truck and a trailer, then I'll make it a track car. I'm still looking on to that for the future. I don't know anything about trailers and trucks and stuff, so if someone wants to help out with that, you know. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, right. So we were lining up our cars, getting ready. I got my registration stuff and my sticker. I actually have all my shit still in my car. I should probably take that off, but I think I'll leave it on there. It's a sign that that thing went through hell and back and just looked pretty for the viewers. Tried to look pretty. I need new bumpers. Those things are like the coatings are peeling off like bad. I don't know what the hell the previous user did, but he lived in the city, so I got some idea. He was just closed spaces and stuff. So yeah, we pretty much just looked at the cars. Everything looked cool, man. Like, there was a lot of 300. I was in love with it. There was like two 240Zs. I was in love with them. One of them looked so retro and looked like a GT3 kind of car from back in the day, and the other, it made me think of old-fashioned America. Not because of the flag. It was just because of the orange and brown and yellow stripes, like old designs and stuff. But yeah, there was also a lot of LS. I'm not a fan of LS, but I'm not gonna judge people for what they got. It's their choice. I'm a VQ pride kind of guy. So we pretty much checked out the cars. I judged, and we got some pretty good food actually. There was my guest canceled, so I had 2 lunch tickets, so I got really fat. Oh. They had burgers and hot dogs and fries and some coleslaw, and they had lemonade, iced tea, and water. Food was good, really good. It went fast. It went really fast. Let's see. And we just watched the baseball game for a bit and then went back to our cars. So they had a few things for giveaways. There was some, if you have VQ HR engine or a VHR engine, then they were giving up some plenum upgrade, no, bore, some bigger bore throttle bodies, I think, And if you had an HR, or I don't remember. I'd have to look at the website. But I have an HR, so it interested me. Upper manifold, plenum work done. You're gonna have to send it, of course. But it's one of the things on my list for the build. In the next 10 or 20 years, I want to, have this thing awesomeified. If it's alive in 10 or 20 years, I don't know. Depends on what happens in the future. So the car show was just a smash, man. It was awesome. There was also a Rocket Bunny guy there. Rocket Bunny 350Z there, stanced and everything. But it looks pretty cool in person. It looks really cool. There was a lot of people with RPF1 N-key rims on. I almost want to get them, but I'm gonna stick with my rims for a while. So there was also some free giveaways like T-shirts, a mouse pad, a bag, some cups, a pin. There's a few things. But oh yeah, back at the giveaways. There's a few brake kits. I need those. After the squeaking, I haven't heard it lately, but just in case, I want to be safe. Besides, they were already warped to begin with, so I want to get that shit done. Let's see. There was a few exhaust. There was one exhaust on my mind, and I wanted it so bad. Motordyne Shockwave dual exhaust. I wanted that thing. It was one of the things on my bucket list. There was also some tune setups, differential. There's a free registration for 2 people for Z-Days. Yeah, there's more tuning than your basic stuff of bushings, bolts, and everything. Stuff to make the car look pretty. And then the big stuff, like BC Racing coilovers. Big brake kit, which everybody wanted. A big brake kit. Look on their website for a big brake kit. It was one of the most popular ones. Everyone wanted that. Everyone wanted it. I wanted it. It's worth like up to $3,200, I think. It depending on it. Oh, you have options for what you want with your price. Just clear up things up. Let's see what else. Yeah, there was a lot of clutch and flywheel kits, a lot of clutch combos, brake rotors. There was a lot of stuff, really. You'd have to look on the list. I'm sure Znationals, they haven't updated it yet, because I'm sure you can look at the awards still at Znationals.com. I'm gonna look in August and see if they have the registration up, because I'm definitely going back. So we pretty much started wrapping things up, and we all as a group just drove back, and through traffic. Traffic sucks, especially if you have manual transmission, just burning through that clutch. But we all headed back to the hotel because we have the banquet still, and it was great, man. Like, we just we went there, we had our dinner, we heard a few speeches, the big giveaways, the big ones. I really wanted that exhaust more than anything. Even more than the big brake kit, because I'm running a stock exhaust, and anyone knows. I mean, it sounds good until you go past maybe 5 or 6K RPMs, and it just sounds like it's getting pushed to the limit. That's where a modified exhaust comes in. Motors dying, you're gonna sound deeper. Everyone has their preference though. Single exhaust could be you. If you want loudness and still want to sound good, there you go, single exhaust. Those things were, a lot of those cars were loud because of that. But yeah, the dinner went on, the awards show went on. There was a few auctions, which all the older gentlemen, of course, they have the money, so they auctioned off. They bid on that. Yeah, there's a mix of age ranges here, from old to young. I'm one of the youngest guys there, I'm sure. I'm 21, going on 22, and well, this is gonna be a YouTube video, so October 24th, of course. But 7 days for me. Oh, geez, 7 days. Wow. I had to realize that for a second. 7 days. Anyways, yeah, the award show went on. And all the food was okay. It was fancy food, so tasted like shit. But it was actually pretty good. I had the beef, or the beef. Was it beef or steak? I can't tell the difference. But there was your choice of beef, steak, or the chef special, the catfish. I'm not much of a fish guy. I mean, catfish is pretty good, but I wanted the beef out of all of it. And yeah, mashed potatoes. You get a salad. There was a cash bar, so if you had cash and you wanted a drink, there you go. Or you can wait till later and go to the freaking bar that's 2 feet away and get anything you want. Which I did. And then I just waited for the booze to cool off, and then I just headed home to New York. I met a lot of people. I made a lot of friends. Everyone is so friendly there. Like, it's great. Like, the minute you get there, you're gonna feel welcome by everyone. And if you don't feel welcome, let the guys know, because I'm sure the person who just made you feel bad is probably just an asshole. Yeah, let them know, because we're all here to have a good time. And this is from the bottom of my heart. Like, I hope more people show up, because it's a great thing. It really is. You're gonna love it. I loved it. I don't regret that 1,000-mile drive at all, man. I don't. It was great. That's all I can say. It's great. No words can describe it. So we wrapped things up. Then I went to the bar, played pool with a few guys. Shout out to the guy though. Shout out to you, Thomas, for having that Civic. I like the spirit, man. You still showed up and you were still on the track. I like that. Other people might hate because it's just a Honda, and I'm not big on Honda, but still, man, that was pretty cool. Let's see. I think I covered everything. Last minute words. If you're watching this, come to Znationals like next year. It's gonna be a great time. It really is. But make sure, if you're going to track day, make sure your car is like it's nice and ready, nice and safe. I don't mean like spend thousands of dollars on upgrades and stuff. I mean, I ran with a freaking stock engine minus the reinforced oil galley gasket, the 2 cold air intakes, the fresh new timing belts, and the new oil pump, and of course the stage 3 clutch from South Bend, the Fidenza flywheel, the heavy duty Willwood master cylinder, and the heavy duty slave cylinder. Got it from Concept Z. No, Z Speed. Shh, don't tell Z1. Nah, all the guys are cool. Let's see. Upgrades. Yeah, wider rims and tires, obviously. TNS tech. But other than that, it was pretty much stock. I made sure the brakes and of course, the fluid. Make sure you get multiple 5.1 or 600 brake fluid. It's gonna help out. All right. It's pretty cheap, and it's only like $20 or something, $10 for a quart. Look on any of the Z sites and you'll find it. Let's see. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty stock. Also, I took out all the spare tire and all the toolkits and stuff. Weight reduction for the track day. Get those extra seconds. I did notice it made a difference, and I didn't have to worry about anything slamming back and forth. Oh yeah, you need to take out your floor mats, but you can do that at the track. You can leave all the stuff on the floor, like where your car was sitting. Like, no one's gonna take it. We're all in this together. Like, and I was already told this, like, if anybody did steal your stuff, we'd all be going after him, like, cause you don't fuck with the family. But
So what about bringing your Z or G to Z Nationals, or even GTR. No one is going to judge you. All are welcome. See this? Slightly modified, but still stock in some ways. People saw it was a little scratched up, but they still welcome you as one of the family. It doesn't matter what's happened to your car, you're always going to be welcome. And for track day, make sure it's just in good condition and is safe, of course. I still have stock rotors and stock brakes, still good. But really, it doesn't really matter if you have the coolest car there or the lamest one. Everyone is going to welcome you. Everyone's going to welcome you the same way, with a big smile on their face and a good handshake or just a hello. See for yourself. It's stock. It's got a bit of scratches. Even it was entered in the car show, but no one really hated on it. They were happy to see that there was another Z in the competition. Now for track days, everyone's going to get a number, a sticker. It's going to be placed on the left and right sides of your door. Make sure you are wearing jeans and closed toe, just basically sneakers. And you make sure you're always wearing a helmet. I got mine from Summit Racing. Look, as you can see, stock rotors. And those are just OEM brakes in there. The only difference, of course, would be that you have to make sure you have Motul 5.1 or 600 fluid, and that you check up on it regularly. Right there. Make sure you check on that regularly. You can see that it still looks like vegetable oil looking stuff. If you don't know what vegetable oil is, go to Walmart. But still, as you can see, it's still stock. It's going on a track, stock and everything, and it came out like a champion. Even did 1,000 miles to and from, well, because I'm from New York, of course, to Georgia. And it still held up very strongly. Make sure you definitely have a good working engine in order. Make sure maintenance is up. Znationals is something for not just the driver, but someone who has a very good passion for Z's, G's, and GTRs. If you feel like you're not welcome, your mind will change as soon as you show up. Everyone's going to be happy to see you. People who don't even know you will instantly become your friend. Look around, say hello. It's just that easy.
Last words. Come to Znationals. I promise you, you're not going to regret it. It's a great time. If you participate in all the stuff, you're going to have a really great time. Alright guys, this is Darkblade, or as the guys over who are at Znationals know me as, this is Richard. This is Richard or Darkblade signing off. See you guys.
Hey, one more thing, of course, for track day. If you have any questions, just make sure to let the guys in charge of Znationals or Z1 Motorsports know, alright? Just be on the safe side, okay? Because they're there to help you. They want you to have a good time, too. That's why they set it up. They pretty much rely on us for, keeping their store running. So I guess I couldn't help to give back to them and ask them for help and have a good time, in their honor. Alright, this is Darkblade / Richard signing off. Thanks, guys. And for my gamers, watch the channel. I got a lot of Let's Play still.